Hey, this is Dr. Stan Harris, known as Dr. Breakthrough, and I've got a powerful, listen, you have got to hear this story. But just so you know, as Dr. Breakthrough, I can't provide the breakthrough. I just prescribe the breakthrough. When people follow the breakthrough prescription, God Almighty provides a breakthrough they desire and deserve. And a breakthrough is exploding through barriers that at one time seemed insurmountable. Well, Charli Johnson, I did a call for a company, and I tell you what, she ordered my book, and then we talked, and when she told me her story, I said, the world needs to hear this. So, Charli, tell us, you had a terrible accident, and what happened? You went from a place of hopelessness, suicidal now to healing, and while you're in your healing, you're helping others. What's your story?
Well, this is going to be the real quick version because I know everybody's got a lot of things to do. So I was run over by a semi-truck, literally tore the driver's side off of my car. The axle of the wheel's totally gone. I busted out the driver's side window with my head up over the steering wheel into the windshield. And that created physical and emotional and mental trauma that I can't even begin to explain to you. The physical trauma was all inside. My brain felt like mush. I could not move my body. I could not walk. I couldn't hold my head up because my neck would not hold my head up. I was afraid to leave the space that I was in because I couldn't control my emotions. I was so broken and so battered. My brain was mush. I couldn't stop crying. I felt like I was coming out of my skin. My brain was short-circuited. I couldn't connect the words into the thought into the words to get it out of my mouth. And that created a whole new set of things in my brain that was already mush. And in the middle of that, when hopelessness and helplessness had set in to the point that I created a plan to check out of this world because my brain was my enemy, sleep was my enemy. I hadn't slept for 2.5 years. If I slept for 2 hours, it was a stellar night. And when sleep is your enemy and your brain is mush, nothing else in your body is ever going to function properly, and it's certainly not going to heal. And all of the fancy little pieces of paper that got handed to me with fancy writing on them that cost a lot of money to get, all those did was make me sicker and put me in the depths of despair that I cannot even begin to explain to you. And then this product, I believe, was put in front of me on purpose, and I believe that it saved my life. And when it showed up, I was very resistant because if the fancy resistance is an understatement, because if the fancy people can't help you with their fancy pieces of paper and they tell you literally there's nothing we can do for you, there is no hope, how in the world can anything help you? They had given up on me. They had totally given up on me. They had given up on my brain was never going to get any better. My body was never going to get any better. They said, go home and learn how to live like that. And I couldn't live like that. I couldn't stand to see my husband watch me live like that. And then this product shows up in front of me, and the woman that contacted me said, I believe I can help you. And I thought, yeah, right. No, you can't, and please leave me alone. And in a nutshell, she said, what have you got to lose? And I clearly heard God say to me in that moment, you had better pay attention. So I'm really stubborn, but I decided I would pay attention for a change. And this product shows up. I put a little drop of it on my left wrist, and I rub it into my right elbow in the morning, and I do the opposite at night. And I'm thinking, this is crazy, and I'm crazy, but, you know, what have I got to lose at this point? Because there's nothing else. And let me tell you, if it wasn't happening to me, I would not believe it, because on day 3, I slept for 4.5 hours.
Wow.
And I thought, what in the world? And when I woke up, I laid there and I was able to move my head without throwing up. And I couldn't figure out if there was an alien in my body or if I had something was different, something was drastically different. I started on this product on the 28th of May. These are the things that I have seen that nobody ever thought was going to happen for me. First of all, I can physically feel my brain healing itself, where it was short-circuiting, where the thoughts could not keep a pattern. I can physically feel my brain reconnecting again. I can speak to you today, and let me tell you, on the 27th of May, we could not have had this conversation. There's no way we could have had this conversation for multiple reasons. Either I couldn't stop crying, or I was throwing up, or I couldn't think straight. I couldn't talk to you, so I isolated myself, because that's what you do when the brain isn't working. You isolate yourself. And I want to say to you, please reach out to somebody. If you are at all understanding what I'm saying, if you're living in this hell, I want you to please don't give up. Reach out to someone. Please reach out to someone, because we are here to help you. And I'm not making any promises about anything, but some of the crazy things that have happened are, not only am I sleeping, but I can get up and walk around and move, and I am a participating member of this society, and I was not for 2.5 years. I was not a contributing member of society. I couldn't do what basic things like take care of myself. I laid on the floor for 3.5 months before this product showed up in my life, and I literally could not move my head or my neck because of the earthquakes in my brain. And I have not. If you've ever had an earthquake in your brain, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And the things that happen when you have an earthquake in your brain, from not being able to think, throwing up, not being able to stand up straight because the room spins. Those are just a few of the things that happen when you have an earthquake in your brain. And then when you're done, when it's done, you have zero energy. I felt like walking around, my hands and my feet and my arms and my legs weighed 500 pounds apiece, and I couldn't get from point A to point B without being in tears. I have felt none of that, zero of that since I started this product. To wrap it up in a nutshell, I was standing on the back of my boat. I had been on the product about 5 weeks, and I turned around, and my husband is standing in the salon, and he's in tears. And I thought, oh, my goodness, what happened? And I came inside, and I said, what's going on? And he looked at me, and he said, do you realize that you've been dancing on the back of our boat for the last 10 minutes? I've been watching you dance. And I didn't even realize that I was moving, because all of a sudden I wasn't hurting so bad. I could move my body, and I didn't even realize I was doing it. And he looked at me, and he said, I feel like I'm getting my girl back. My girl is coming back to me.
Wow.
And those, I never thought, neither one of us ever thought we would hear those words again, because I wasn't able to move, because for the last 2.5 years, he has literally taken care of me 24/7, because I could not take care of myself. I was not safe to be left alone. I would do stupid things like I would go in the kitchen to make a grilled cheese sandwich, and I would put it on the stove. I would turn it on, and I would walk around the corner and completely forget that I had done it, and I almost burned my kitchen down. So I wasn't even allowed to be in the kitchen by myself.
Wow.
Things like that, because of the trauma. It's all changed. I have been out running the streets like a crazy woman, meeting people and telling them, I don't even have to tell them. They're looking at me going, what in the world is going on with you? You couldn't even walk up the dock. 3 months ago, you couldn't get off. You couldn't do anything. What is going on with you? So whoever gave you this information, I want to say to you, don't give up. There's hope. I promise you, this is a link to hope that you didn't even know existed. Reach out to whoever gave you this number. Talk to them about what they have to offer you. Not making any promises at all, but what in the world do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Because if you weren't really run over by a semi-truck, but you feel like you've been run over by a semi-truck, you need this product. It will change your life. It will change your life.
Well, I can testify to you. Like I said, I wasn't run over by a truck, and I retired years ago as a heavyweight champion with Karate World Rating System, and I've been blessed. I'm one of the few 10th degree black belts in the world. But even in my working out, especially when I speak and do my demonstrations, so sometimes situations just age starts setting in a little bit, right? 57 years
right
now. After using this product for just about a week and a half, 2 weeks, when I put those 22 inches of bricks up and hit them, not only did those bricks shatter, but the two sides went flying off to the sides. And when I was done with my full demonstration of speaking, normally I'm worn out and tired. I wasn't even tired. And so I've been sleeping better in the vivid dreams. I could go on and on and on. Folks, she said it. Get back to whoever gave this information. Get some of this product and try it for yourself. What if it works for you? What if it makes a difference? So just
what if you dropped 12 pounds in 30 days and didn't even try? And what if your fingernails start growing like crazy? And what if your hair that was falling out by the handfuls because of all the garbage that we have to put in our systems to get through trauma? What if your hair started growing back like crazy?
Wow.
What if all those things are possible?
All the things that she said. What if it only just does one for you? It just helps you enhance your mood. That would be worth it.
Right.
So, folks, again, we've got to stop. Get back to whoever invited you, and it's the start that stops most people. Don't let the start stop you. Get back to whoever invited you and get the product, and you can see what it will do for you.